The last and final movement on this list of our 5 foundational movements is the row. Now we've gone through everything in this order because we want to really create the right stability and understanding to make sure that the row is prioritized as keeping you safe, because a lot of us need to focus on building that posterior chain of our muscles. So when we're looking at the row, we're gonna prioritize upper body stability and core stability, while also making sure that the posterior chain, the back of our bodies, is being engaged in the right way. So let's dive into the row. Okay, so a really great way to learn how to do the row properly is to do it in a seated position if you don't have a suspension trainer or a TRX available for your use. So we teach this here at Bent on Better, we teach this in a seated position. So first of all, we're gonna be in a seated upright position. If sitting upright is a little too challenging, you can bend your knees a little bit to help make sure that you don't have as much stress on your lower back in this position. If you're able to have your legs fully extended in an upright, that's fine too. For now, we're gonna use a band. We're gonna put the band around your feet and then straighten your legs out so you have tension in the band. Next thing is, remember, tucking your pelvis under, make sure your core is stable, pulling your shoulders back and your lats down, so think pinch your armpits down. We're gonna pull our head back and chin tucked in. I like to teach this in a neutral position with our palms facing in, and then as you pull back, we're gonna rotate your palms up just a bit so you keep your arms in tight. So some of the biggest challenges and biggest issues we see with most people getting into this position is they round their shoulders forward just because naturally they don't have a lot of stability through their core and they don't have a great posture to begin with. So when your shoulders are rounded and you try to pull forward, you're only working your arms, but see how my shoulders round forward? If your shoulders round forward, you're creating more tension and bad stress in the areas that we don't want to have. So what we need to adjust this is think, round your shoulders back and go through a pull. So think stick your chest out will be a great way to prevent that from happening, and keeping your shoulders pulled back as far as you can, trying to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. So going from here with a rounded shoulder position to here, being more of a neutral position, will prevent pain and stress in the wrong places that could cause injury later. Now, if you're pulling this correctly, we shouldn't pull with our arms, but rather we're going to just keep our arms set in this position and pull back as we're tensing up our upper back, and pull the upper back and then pause. In this final position, you should feel your upper back muscles all being engaged and tight. Notice that my shoulders aren't rounding forward and my palms are turned up just a little bit so I can keep that tension in my upper back. There's nothing wrong with your hand position in this being facing inside like this. I just like that little bit of a rotation because it feels more comfortable, so you can hold it for a longer period of time if we're trying to create more tension in your upper back. And as we extend, we don't want to lose tension in our upper back, so we're going to extend to the point where we still have tension in the band and our upper back, and then pull again all the way back as far as you can, and then coming back out.